up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. And today, by the title, you should already know what I'm doing today. I am doing a story time. I do have my breakfast right here because I haven't ate yet. Yes, it's 1 in the afternoon and I haven't ate breakfast or anything yet, so yeah. Okay, we getting right into it. We're not chit-chatting. We're not prolonging and doing nothing. I did do my nails, but I didn't add any color, so that's how I do that today. So this story time is about when I got in trouble in Walmart. When I first, the very first time I ever got caught stealing. Now, when you hear stealing, you're like, you stealing, you broke, da 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 da. No, I'm not broke. This was a very long time ago when I was a teenager. You do stupid stuff when you're a teenager. So, it was me and my best friend. And I'm pretty sure y'all seen her in all of my videos. Like, majority of my videos. She's coming up today, so we'll probably do another video. We was going to Walmart. We was with her stepdad. So, it was her stepdad, me, and her. And we were going to Walmart. We were going there because he was getting his tires rotated. So we wanted to wait on that or whatever, and we wanted to get some snacks and da 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 da. My initial plan was not to take anything. You know, you don't. Sometimes you just don't be like, you don't be thinking. So that's what happened. So we get in Walmart. We're looking around. Yana's on the phone, so she's not really paying attention to what I'm doing. So I'm walking around. I'm taking stuff left, right, with no care in the world. Like, okay. Mind you, back then, they had, like, the secret shoppers, because I don't think they had those now. But they had the secret shoppers, and, Yana was like, oh, they do have that, like, that secret shopper that be in here, but I don't know if he gonna be in here today, or whatever she said that day. Maybe she said it to that day or prior to. Anyway, he was a secret shopper, and obviously, you know, he was scouting out people who was taking things and, you know, catch them on scene, and it didn't matter who you were or what you were doing, why you were stealing. It mattered that you were stealing. You weren't supposed to. So, we get in Walmart. I'm taking stuff. Yana's on the phone. She's not paying me any attention, like I said. And I'm just walking around. Then I see the secret shopper. Mind you, I'm not recognizing that he's a secret shopper. I'm thinking he's a regular person. See, they're not in disguise. And they make it obvious, too. And I'm asking him because, like, he look like a regular person to me. He don't look like no secret shopper or whatever. Like, they'll have this, you at least put a mustache on or some glasses or something. Like, you was making it obvious, boo. Anyway, like I was saying, he wasn't making it obvious, so I didn't know he was a secret shopper until after the fact. Like, I never seen this dude at all. And Yana was like, well, he kind of big, he kind of heavy set, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay. Like, I wasn't thinking about none of that. I think it was, like, weeks in advance that she had told me about this, not the day before. So, I'm asking him, I'm like, you know what this said or such and such. Just asking him randomly. Didn't matter who he was. That's like if you see another person in Walmart and you wondering where they got them pair of socks at, you gonna ask. That's how it was. And he was just like looking around or whatever. Talking about. So we get to the entrance where the tires are at. Like where the tire section is at when you in Walmart. And as we are walking, he's like behind us. Like nobody's paying attention. We just walking. So he taps me on the shoulder. He's like, I look around and I'm like, he's like, oh, I want my merchandise back. Those are his exact words. I remember this because it was like in the scene of it being like you being there, it wasn't funny. It wasn't a joke because you got caught and you look stupid. But, like, after the fact, when we got home, we laughed about it, we talked about it, and, you know, that was it. But, yeah, like, so he was like, I want my merchandise back, and, her stepdad was looking at us like, what y'all did, or something like that. And Yana was like, you know, Yana didn't have no clue, because Yana was on the phone the whole time. Like, she wasn't paying attention to me, so she has nothing to do with this whole situation. So I'm asking him, I'm like, you know what this said or such and such. Just So we get to the little, well, I get to the little area where, you know, when you get caught stealing, they take you in a little surveillance thing or whatever that is, an office. And he was like, well, the other lady was like, because there was another lady, and she was like, oh, is this your first time stealing or something like that? I'm like, yeah. And then the dude was like, no, it's your first time getting caught. And I'm like, I was young as I don't know what anyway, so it really don't matter. Over some items in my bag that you probably can't afford yourself, honestly. Okay. So yeah. And after that situation had happened, like I said, we had ended up going home, and we was just talking about it, we laughed about it, and it was it. Like, it wasn't a big deal. I was a child, I was a teenager, so it's like, if you really wanted to do some damage, you could have just took me to jail that day over some $3 items. $3 items. They took my picture and like my number, but you know, I still go to that Walmart to this day, and I don't see that dude no more. So apparently he got fired. He wasn't doing his job correctly. Deuces. Don't care about that. But the moral of the story is that I wanted to do story time because it was just funny, like, after the fact, you know. It was funny, and I also like to bring story times to YouTube because a lot of people do like story times, especially if they're interesting. And mine was definitely interesting. Like I said, I was a child when I did this, so don't try to act like it's right now. No, this is years ago, years back then. Yeah. But that's all for this story time. I hope you guys enjoy. I want you to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video.